Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like a lot of wrestling on YouTube, Matt Riddle's going to WWE.
Is he?
I don't believe it.
It's going to be a strange turnabout of events if he does, after what's happened in the past.
Absolutely, it's a new era of WWE, but it's also within the realms of Matt Riddle's previous experiences that he could have just missed a load of shows because he was double booked.
Yeah.
So let's wait and see.
It would be nice on Sunday, or SummerSlam Sunday, sorry, if you just rocked up and just punched Brock Lesnar in the arse.
Yeah. And he'll have his own pyro. So all this
Just
smoke.
Wow,
they've got money for dry ice. It's like, yeah. But don't worry. If you're experiencing the joys of dry ice, don't worry. What? That was horribly said. Jack is here.
Hello.
Jacked. The Jack Jobber, the big little pump.
It's been a big jobber pump, it's been said.
Big Jobber.
Jobber, if you hear me.
That's good.
Yeah, it's been a long week though. It's been crap. Like, it's starting to smell a bit as well. It's bad. It's so bad.
Like George Michael, Arrested Development.
Yes, I thought that. I thought I looked like yeah. Don't they mention that he's called George Michael just once ever? They're like, oh, like the singer, and then they're like, oh yeah, and then they just never mention it again.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm very hot.
Yeah,
and sweaty.
Me too.
It's uncomfortable outside, isn't it?
Inside, outside. Existential dread has nothing on the summer heat here in England. And yes, to Americans and non-Brits, it's effing hot. I'm sorry that, it's 80 degrees the rest of the time. In your world, we're not used to such conditions.
You know what? I'm quite enjoying it. Not when I'm in this, but...
Yeah, God bless you, Jack, for putting up with that for the...
But most weeks I'm enjoying it. Because we don't get hot weather very often up here. It's nice.
Absolutely, it's lovely, yeah.
Yeah, but then, people complain and I think it'll be over soon. We'll be chucking it down before you know it.
Thunderstorms down south tomorrow.
Whoa.
Get in. I mean, this just shows the UK and Irish mentality, I guess. We enjoy a good complain. There's an art to it. We'll complain if it's hot. We'll complain if it's raining. We'll complain if it's just right. We enjoy it. It's part of our culture.
Human nature, Maffew. You're supposed to ask questions. The government just tried to suppress you. I don't know where that was going. Wrestling news.
Oh yeah, wrestling news. Other than Matt Riddle missing a lot of shows. And good on Defiant. They said, look, there's no way out of his airport right now. He's stuck. Without adding in brackets, because it's on the way to Connecticut. So good for them for keeping up appearances.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I think there's that's the main news.
The what, sorry?
That's the main news.
Interrupted you, Rudy. In this week's Observer, Meltzer reckons that Ring of Honor are trying to book CM Punk for that wrestling...
Oh, I was just trying to...
That was me laughing at the news of that.
Ring of Honor are trying to book Punk for the WrestleMania weekend, Madison Square Garden, Ring of Honor New Japan show. Meltzer thinks the chances of him doing it are very slim. I disagree. I think the chances are, about, not like 50-50, but I think they're all right.
About 1 2/3 chance of 1%
chance. Then you take my 125% chance. Yeah, I think it's a bit more likely because Punk could, it's like, it's one over on WWE, isn't it? He hates them. He could be like, gotta look at me now. And then, I can't concentrate. These are too small.
You can't concentrate.
These are too small for my face. Well, they're really hurting. But I think if he, this has lowered the chances of him being on All In. I think if he is going to return for a show, it'll be for that one, that Madison Square Garden show, not for All In.
Well, is he supposed to be this bear?
Oh, that was my theory.
If he's not the bear, has this all been worth anything, really?
Yeah, it might just be a red herring. Or like when they did, when CM Punk and Colt Cabana, I forget the reason why, but they weren't able to make a Chikara show, the Tag World Grand Prix.
CP Monk.
So they had CP Monk and Colt Cabunny. And that was pretty good. And Master be Joker and Necro Butcher, of course. And CM Punk took it well and said no one in Chikara will ever be a mainstream star.
He didn't like Chikara, yeah. But lots of them have. Well, Cesaro. Eddie Kingston was on Slammiversary.
Yeah, and Juan Francisco made one appearance at 205 Live. So who's that for now, Punk?
Nice. There's a new NXT champion. Ciampa. Yeah. Which is big. That's big news.
Yes, it is.
We knew it a little while ago, but we couldn't say.
I know, because my friend at work told me.
Oh, did he spoil
it? Because it's the same thing I said about Impact Wrestling. Like,
I saw that JJ Williams getting retweeted on my timeline. I was irate.
Oh, did he spoil it?
Did he spoil it when it.
He was
happened
there
in real
live.
life, but
So
not on
he
TV.
live tweets it live from the tape and that's going on.
Right.
So people retweet when you see things you don't want to see.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry, man.
Inconsiderate.
I'm sorry that he spoiled the show you don't
But-
watch anyway.
WWE's editing team get a lot of flack, but the way they edited Gargano's little pull on the title was fantastic because when it actually happened, it was so convoluted and awkward, but they made it look
okay.
sort of natural.
Yeah, it looked really good on TV.
Yeah.
It looked like reminiscent of SummerSlam '97 with Shawn Michaels as
Yes.
guest ref versus Undertaker and Bret Hart.
Yeah, but the way that I think Alistair wasn't really in position, or Gargano was a bit too far forward, so he had to go, whoa!
He's 2 for 2 then if he's
All
out
the
of
way
position
back.
for a bit. Hello, Lars.
And also, myself and Adam Pacitti went down to London yesterday. Well, not last night, yesterday.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Sorry, 2 days
Silly.
ago. We went down to London 2 days ago for the World of Sport launch party event, which is the first episode is tomorrow at 5 p.m. On ITV. And we've seen it, but we can't say what happens. But, you know.
No spoilers, but Tommaso Ciampa wins the title.
he battered
Thanks,
great.
JJ Williams.
Yeah. But no, I think it'll get a. Well, I'd be very interested to see what response it gets, to be honest. But I think several people came across pretty well, quite memorably, especially if you've never seen them before. Kip Sabian came across really funny.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, he's
super bad.
and he looks like an F-boy, so that's good.
He looks like an F boy.
People can relate to that.
Soy boy.
He doesn't look like a soy boy.
Do you know
Pacitti.
what those these? I don't know what they are.
Oh, yeah,
Just
no
I know,
comment then.
I know
Yeah.
it's a word.
So we got some interviews with a few people on the show. Sabian was one of them. A very enthusiastic Shah Samuels. He was loving life. He had a drink. Viper. Yeah, pretty good time. There were
Nice.
marshmallows about as well. It's good.
In the ring.
No, at the
Oh.
event. They were like the most elaborate marshmallows I've ever seen.
What makes an elaborate marshmallow?
I don't know, they look like little tea cakes and you bit into it and it was all a marshmallow.
This sounds very Waitrose.
Yeah, it seemed a bit way.
Ringtons, in it? Get Ringtons up here. I did it more with
Nah, you can get cream for that. Like.
Ringtons, yeah.
Like a disease.
Aha!
Hate you guys.
Aha!
And also,
What's the
news
news?
which we've also almost glossed over is Evolution.
Oh my god, yeah, the big one.
Is it
Oh,
Steph?
that's right. I almost forgot because they barely mentioned it in every segment of Raw.
Stephanie McMahon's first ever historic announcement, WWE Evolution, to give it its full title. Don't get
Yes.
that wrong. I hate the way they do those announcements.
I mean, on one hand, yeah, of course, I'm very happy for
Yeah,
women
of course.
wrestlers. And what better panel to be discussing, an all-male podcast, of which we're very rare in the wrestling podcast scene, clearly. But yeah, really.
When's it going to be an all men's show? That's what I want to know. Have you seen those lads on
I
Twitter?
can't tell
saying
if it's
that?
ironic anymore with these people.
Oh, my God.
It's very, very hard to tell now if people are being serious or not.
Yeah.
But yeah.
They are.
Are they? That's
They
fair.
are.
No, but they like my pages and tweets. I can't think of them as dickheads. They mean well. Yeah, it couldn't have come at a better time. Ruby Riot's injured. The main star is part-time. And by the time Banks and Bailey get their feud finished, no one will care because Mama 3 will be in cinemas.
Mama 3.
Mama.
Mama. Here
There I go again.
Mama.
Shut up. Jack is a jobber. Whatever.
Ah, there we go. No, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be interesting to see how it goes. But as Ross says, well, we'll talk about it more when we talk about Raw, but don't like the way the announcements are made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think someone said it best. The only thing better than what WWE's doing when they do things like this is when they tell us that they're doing good things.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But that's the yeah, I can't think of any more.
Impact Wrestling. had a
Summerversary was
very tasty
sick.
pay-per-view.
Sick.
Legit pay-per-view as well. on
Actually,
the
really
Fight
good.
App.
Yes. Shouts out to SoCal Val.
Oh, hello.
She works for
Oh,
Fight.
right.
Fight.
Looking for on the show.
She was another person we talked to at WS. Anyway,
Ooh.
that's right. Slammiversary.
And she's like, oh my God, look at him. And he came up close. Oh, it's a suit.
Were you wearing that?
No, thank God for that. No. Yeah, I did.
Oh, I thought you were in like the crowd.
No, I did a punishment afterwards, which is on the channel now, where I walk around in front of King's Cross doing CM Punk promos. In this.
As Scott Steiner.
Yeah. It's way.
So crosswire there, or did you read
Hey,
two
God,
pages
we're
of
so wacky, aren't we?
Yeah, we're crazy. Us. There was one.
Did
bit-
you do CM Punk promos as Scott Steiner? That would be great.
No, I just did them as me.
Oh, I will.
Oh, what? I still was.
You look at me. I'm only addicted to competition, not steroids.
Your arms are too short to box with God. God. You walked around a bit. There was
You
a really.
start grinding on women that
No,
walk by.
I didn't. Thankfully.
You're seeing
Start
that fitness
benching
video.
and that women.
Good
yeah.
God.
That's not a bench. benching.
For some reason, start shooting on Ric Flair. You know, have no interaction.
No, there was one bit where I was about to do. Pacitti was trying to. Pacitti, when he's in a mischievous mood, is dangerous. Like, he's the naughty friend who gets you in trouble. And he was like, "Talk to that bloke over there. Go on, go and talk to him." And you're right.
That's a great impression.
Go and talk to him over there. And I was like, I looked around. There was like not a big guy, but a wiry, bald, angry-looking man.
He's fat.
No, he wasn't fat at all.
Sorry.
He looked like he could fight for hours. Like, that's the sort of look he had. So he wasn't like hench. He looked like he was in Fight Club. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And I walked over, and as he saw me approach, without looking at me, but he knew I was going to do something, just got up and slowly walked off. And I just had to be like, it's probably for the best there, to be honest. That is in the video, that bit as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Now we don't need to watch it.
I'd say it's got a good reception, but not a patch on Ross's sex line.
Well, nothing's beaten that. The Citizen Kane of Cultaholic.
Many people beat off.
Wait,
Yeah, it was a weird afternoon, that one.
yeah, maybe people are asking you, when's the all-men version of that coming out?
Is there an audience for that? I can sort it out, you know. I've got experience.
If you would like to be part of...
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Yeah!
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
It's a Hall of Fame time.
Yeah, this one. Have you not got a nomination?
No.
I can't remember last week's.
Neither can I. Ross.
I know who won.
Okay.
Who won?
No, wait. I'm going to remember my... Wait, was I even here for last week's?
Yes, you were. I wasn't here.
Oh, you weren't
You
here.
were
right.
here.
I nominated Derek Sandy, Welcome to the Isle of Wight.
Didn't win.
No!
They did not. I
What?
nominated Aussie Open.
Didn't win.
Oh.
What did Pacitti nominate?
Mojo Rawley.
Mojo Rawley in the Hall of Fame. Let's have a look. I haven't... I haven't looked at this yet.
It's the
so I don't know
first
about
time
his
Scott
name.
Steiner sounded like that.
Scott Steiner selling. Ow.
Amy Finger? Whereabouts is Mojo? Oh, there he is. Right, cool. There he is. Lovely.
Of Dave Benson Phillips, who on Instagram this week, this should have been the wrestling news since he is a wrestler these days, put a picture of his big, happy, smiley face up close and personal, which is good on itself. But the caption read, has anybody got any spare mankinis? I need two pairs of mankinis from an upcoming wrestling appearance. So we could be about to see 50, 60-year-old Dave Benson Phillips in a mankini wrestling.
Oh. I'm 2/3 interested in that.
I am all in.
Of all the...
No, no, cut.
Of all the British wrestlers, Maffew, who would you most want to see wrestle Dave Benson Phillips? Immediately,
I thought you were saying a mankini.
Immediately, my mind went Jimmy Havoc. I'd love to see Jimmy Havoc interact with Dave Benson Phillips.
Yeah. Volta. Because he's booked for everything else bar this show. So
Does he count as a British? He's part of the British wrestling scene, yeah.
I think WWE are trying to see if they buy all the UK territories, will they include Walter in for free?
Right.
Like some sort of multi-deal.
Also want to see him against... I'd only thought of one.
You're all cruel people. That's like putting Bambi in there with Volta, sorry.
All right.
I'll book that.
Someone funny then. Kirby. You know, Kirby would have a
Yeah.
good match with Dave Benson.
Oh, that can work, though.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Oh, damn it. Who wants to see a good Dave? Three-star David. I saw Martin Kirby have a match with a wrestler called Steve the Pirate for Rad
Pirate
Pro
Steve?
one time. Yeah.
Right.
Who
He's
was...
not a real pirate. Sorry.
Come on now.
Dodgeball's an old film now.
As I was going to say, yeah.
Oh.
And, yeah, God bless him, he's got some sort of muscle disorder, so his hand is legitimately like that.
Oh, right.
So he did Rad Pro because he supplied the music and stereo systems and all this, and it seemed like, okay, come on now. I mean, he can't literally do the moves physically, but he's very nice, very enthusiastic. I'm sorry if he listens to this, but I mean, it's the nicest possible way. And Martin Kirby's booked against him, and me and Stallion were at the show, and we're both going.
You mean Steiner?
No, Stallion.
Oh.
He isn't that far off. Steiner.
Right, right,
yeah. And we're like, oh, okay. The Martin Kirby's who wrestled here. And for like 12 minutes or so, Martin Kirby made Steve the Pirate, again, with a muscle disorder, look like a real wrestler.
Wow.
And that's it. I don't care, like Martin Kirby versus Ospreay, Defiant Wrestling, all the feud he's had elsewhere, the
Against
the
Pacitti
9,000 matches of El Ligero or the Pacitti Club, whatever. Yeah, like that match is the match I say is Martin Kirby's best ever match,
Right.
because no one else has ever made anyone look as convincing as that.
I liked his promo with Grado. You know what? Let's get him in the Hall of Fame. No, but just before we get into the Hall, I liked his promo with Grado where they just walk up to each other backstage and then take their shirts off for some reason. And then Grado, the Kirby goes, dickhead. And then Grado goes, you're a dickhead. And then they go, Dick, you're a dickhead. He's like, you're a dickhead. Well, you're baldy. And then Kirby goes, whoa, some things you can't say back. And he's like, you're right, I'm sorry, you're not baldy, but you are a dickhead. It's fantastic. That's about it. That's promo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hall of Fame.
All right, yeah.
I've got one on this.
Yeah, I've got. If you want to go first, have at it, Maffew.
All right, I'm going to steal it before you take it. The Scott Steiner, what do you even call it? Statistics promo.
Steiner maths.
Steiner math.
Yeah. That's a good. That's going to win then. There we
Yeah,
go. Right.
that's it.
Excellent.
There you go. One of the funniest, most amazing,
Yeah.
and technically correct promos as well. I remember someone actually did the math one time.
It is that.
So some guy who does like a videos about people messing up on camera.
Yeah.
The math that he does is actually correct.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
It is.
Are you joking?
No, I'm not joking. If you actually get your calculator out and figure out the actual one, it's actually he's saying it in a ridiculous way. It's only Steiner's good, but it equates. It comes out to 160.
The individual sums he does are correct.
Yeah.
But the logic behind him choosing those sums to do is absolutely ridiculous.
I'm not gonna argue with the logic, but
no, but he's like, because that can't be right.
Yeah. He's from a highly educated university. He's wrestled a lot of countries.
He's a ridiculous man. One of the most ridiculous in all of wrestling, I feel.
But more wrestling than wrestling.
Yeah, he's just Have you? It took me years to see the footage of the promo with him actually in it. I already only seen the YouTube video with the green background and the numbers flashing up.
Yeah.
But the one of him and Petey Williams stood there when he's doing it.
Yeah, and Petey Williams in disbelief. He's like, I'm little Petey Pump, and then he keeps on going, and Petey Williams looks off camera like, really? Is this happening? So,
my 33rd chance. Oh,
where's my 25% chance? Even better, the match didn't happen.
Yeah.
The promo was more famous because the match didn't happen because Angle was out. He got injured
at Sacrifice.
At Sacrifice.
Senior
Joe.
Joe. The numbers don't
lie.
lie.
And they spelled disaster for you at Sacrifice. Yeah, because Arian ended up replacing him.
My mate Tom asked me I'd done a tweet or something. He's not a wrestling fan. I'd done a tweet in reference to it once or something, and he was like, "What's this? Explain this, please." And I was like, "Right, so there's this wrestler, and he does this promo where he goes, and I started to do it, and he had to stop me and go, does he shout all the time just before you carry on?" And I was like, "He shouts all the time, yeah." And he's like, "Oh, brilliant, excellent, great stuff." I've heard people who don't really know wrestling have mentioned it to me before as well. I think
it's one of those things that transcends because it's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even if you're a non-wrestling fan, you can go, okay, if they did that every week, I'd watch it. Like my friend used to, when I lived with him, used to watch me watching TNA and go, all right. This is when Ric Flair was in a wheelchair, so it was dubbed Wheel Flair, and it was just Flair doing a parody of himself at that point. So he was just there, like being lowered from the disability van, being lowered down. He's all there, come on, you're gonna win, woo, woo. It's just been lowered like at that pace, like woo, stand up and fall. We're about like to fall off the thing. He's like, this is amazing.
Yeah, that's a very solid. That's probably going to win. I'm going to be honest with you. There's no point in us.
Yeah, what you got? You say this, I'm not going to win now. Go on.
Mine's my gorgeous, sexy friend called Penny.
Damn it, Ross! Damn it!
That's also very good. That's very good.
Credit to the woman for not hanging up and playing along, kind of, even though I carried it to a wonderful match.
You were Martin Kirby that night.
There's no wonder she's only rated legitimately 2 out of 5 stars on the old Melter scale. But yeah, I think many other people in her field would have hung up because we're quite obviously not a serious customer, but she played along and good on her.
The rest of the news, like radio, be like, well, Penny, well, the thing is,
Yeah, that's a very solid choice. I can't work out.
Yeah, she deserves all the credit in the world, does Penny.
It's not going to be mine now because they're very strong, and mine's. I've got.
Oh yeah, the big guns now.
Well, I've got 3 things, but I'm immediately going to disqualify 2 of them. So originally, last weekend I went out on a night out, and a lad came up to me. Can't remember his name. Sorry, I was really drunk, and he went, "Can you put so and so in the Hall of Fame?" And I can't remember who he said. So that's mate. One. So sorry, mate, but I've given you a shout out on the thing.
No, you haven't. Can't remember your name, but thanks.
Secondly, was going to be Kip Sabian's theme tune because it's been in my head all week. Sorry. Super bad, boo boom, boo boom, boo boom. He's gonna blow your mind. But I'm going to go for... if you watch the Scott Steiner punishment video, there was originally meant to be a little clip in it of the one person who came up and recognized us. Mid-take, he just came up and was like, oh, Pachi, and then obviously didn't recognize, because I was dressed as Scott Steiner. But then I said, do you want to...
Thanks, Jack.
He was called Scott, I remember his name. And I said, do you want to be in the video? Can you let me cut a promo on you? And he was like, absolutely. Take the piss out of my stump, because he had one hand. And I went, I'm not taking the piss out your stump. And he was like, all right, well, you can if you want. And I was like, Scott, my friend, that's absolutely fine. I'm not going to do that. That's going to make me look like a massive knob if I do that. But we did the...
That'll make you look like a massive knob.
Yeah. And I did, And I did the... you're not, you're no longer the underdog. You're not the Boston Red Sox. You're the New York Yankees. And then I went, hit me in the face. And he did. And I fell over.
With the stump?
Yep. With the stump hand. But I...
So did he actually hit you with the stump, or did he pause where the hand would and you sold it?
He had like a substitute hand on his hand.
Oh!
Yeah. But he hit me with his fake hand. And I fell over.
The guy from Happy Gilmore?
And then Pacitti, I got in this morning in the office and Pacitti went, yeah, sorry, I've cut that bit out of the video. And I went, why? And he went, the audio didn't really sound good. So for Scott's best efforts, sorry, Scott, mate. I'm nominating you for the Hall of Fame.
You got hit with a guy with a fake hand.
Yeah, and he cut it out of the video.
Like Dave Grohl in the museum. He cut it out because the audio was bad.
Yep.
He just overdubbed it.
Any comical tune would have done
Yeah,
that.
anything. The theme from Zap.
I thought you meant him acting both parts. I'm going to get you. No, don't do that. Bang. Is he still in?
No, he's gone.
That's all right, cool.
Yeah.
He's gone.
That's fine.
Yeah, you better run.
But yeah, so that's mine, Scott, from in front of King's Cross.
And if you want to vote, patreon.com/cultaholic.
I can't decide which one's going to win. It's going to be one of your two, but it's...
Scott Steiner, math promo.
Penny.
And-
Sexy Penny.
And the hands free.
Scott, you can't do that.
What?
Why?
He said you can make it fun of him.
He did. He said I could, and I didn't. Does that pass on to you?
Just a piece of shit.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown Recap.
Now it's the recap of the wonderful things that happened on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, well.
Well, women, that takes 2 hours, 10 minutes off that. I mean, seriously, I'm going to be as cynical as I am with this for any other pay-per-view to show that I have equality. Are you all right?
It's really digging into the sides.
That's
of my
fine.
face. Yeah.
You look like the guy at the end of the third Indiana Jones film.
It's what, the melting one? No, the Crusader.
No.
Yeah. You have chosen poorly.
He's really sedate for a guy who's been there like thousands of years.
Yeah.
I already figured that bit out.
It's I think it's not flattering for my face shape, man. I look fat. Anyway, my face looks
What
like
a shame
big fat
for you.
baby. No, I just mean my face looks like a giant baby.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I can't remember what I was gonna.
Evolution.
Sorry then, I thought that was funny.
Women
Anyway,
fun,
Evolution.
yeah.
There's a mystery, and you've gone from revolution to evolution, which is word for word the Alan Partridge bit. I revolve, I do not evolve. However he says it. Yeah, this will be good if they remember half the roster exists and they don't just go, hey, look, Ronda Rousey.
There's going to be some sort of
blah, blah,
massive battle royal, isn't there? Because how are they going to get 50
Absolutely.
people on a card?
Did they mean 50?
Have they said 50 people?
They said 50.
what she said,
So
aye.
50 women are
Did
going
she
to.
actually... Wait, no.
Yeah, she did. She said 50 women are going to participate, but I don't know if that
Then,
means.
now, forever, so they're
Yeah.
going to have some old lasses come back.
But does that mean just wrestlers, or does that mean the commentator, like Renee Young? You know what I mean?
What, people in the crowd,
Aw.
people selling popcorn and stuff, yeah. Like, there's like 100,000 people in the stadium for WrestleMania.
So I don't know. Yeah, I guess she means wrestlers.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, so hype for it. Hype for all the people messaging me going, Maffew, you must be very happy for all the botches that are going to happen. I'm like, the women's wrestling has improved over the years.
You
It's
get
no
as many
longer those...
botches with the fellas as you do with the men these
Right,
days.
yeah.
don't
There's
they?
like, you know, Bailey can be a bit rough, but, you know, there's like compared to the 20-second matches, which would somehow still contain a botch we used to have in like 07 to, I don't know, 2011. Yeah,
It was great on this week's Raw. There was Stephanie's like, you the people put an end to 30-second matches. About 55 minutes later, Bailey and Sasha Banks have a 30-second match.
And again, I know they mean well, but it's like those matches that we booked.
Yeah.
Like, who are you blaming here? It's the same creative as it was years ago.
Like, you
but-
started the hashtag. No, AJ Lee did. And then you fired her husband
Yeah,
on her wedding day.
Remember when AJ Lee went on Twitter because you like, Stephanie Man was bigging up some woman for like fair pay for women in the workplace, and then AJ Lee on Twitter said, "How could we get paid less than the men then?" And then they fired her, but they're all about.
It's the problem with Stephanie, because she was there through all of the bad times, and now she's here giving us supposedly the good times. It's like, I just hate the way that she has to be the face of all these big historic announcements. It's so phony.
Yeah,
and
right.
bollocks.
There's no good female GM or bad one.
Paige could have done it.
Yeah, right. Actually, yeah. What am I talking about? Yeah, there is one. There's one on SmackDown, right? Yeah. Who could have done this? And Stephanie would be like, "I'll get you," or whatever. Like, but no, they have to have her be,
Just
Wicked Witch of the West and the Wicked Witch of the East.
Imagine if you were watching Raw up until WrestleMania and then hadn't watched until this week, and all of a sudden Stephanie's on there being like Princess Diana when she's an arsehole.
When's it? When she turned face, yeah.
Yeah.
I also don't like how...
we got a new women's baby. Boo! Ronda Rousey choked you out. Boo!
Also, I know that they want to make it seem gradually more and more like a sport, or they have done over the past sort of few years. Well, yeah.
It's the last thing they want to do, isn't it?
But like...
They're doing places.
In places. And
when they get an award for sports, they'll take it. But the rest of the time, sports entertainment.
They want sportscastery type people like Coachman and stuff.
Oh, the mainstream success.
Yes,
film,
they want. They 205 Live, not 205 Live. The Cruiserweight Classic was like a sporting event. Those tournaments are presented like.
Oh, okay, yeah, I can. Yeah.
But in this case, I didn't like it because they just had everyone on the ramp as if the feuds were all paused for a minute. Like, no, none of you hate each other.
About. It's the same with the Royal Rumble announcement as well. Everyone was just stood there looking at Stephanie because it's all about her.
I don't actually mind that bit.
All the women hug each other and stuff, and I think be proud.
Oh yeah, I don't mind them being out as one big thing, like to show how important it is. I don't mind them going,
okay,
way, we're getting a chance.
Yeah,
it's like you've been told
so
when Stephanie says this, then you hug each other. It's like
But like I said,
don't let that overshadow because it's a big old stepperoo, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
And Nikki Cross was on the ramp as well.
I love that at the start.
Mint.
Well, she's gonna probably be. Well, she's gonna be on SmackDown now. They've just kind of telegraphed her own debut, but lovely.
And Roman Reigns defeated Lashley to show that, don't worry, women, we hate the men just as much as everything else.
The match was good. It was a good match.
Thank you. Lashley is good again. Yes.
Yeah.
All these weeks of protesting how good he is.
He didn't smile when he lost either. He was devastated.
He shook his hand and went, oh, damn it.
But the booking is silly. The booking's silly. Because Roman complains about never getting a chance, and he's had so many.
He's had more than the rest of the roster combined.
Yeah. So against Lesnar, WrestleMania 31... Fastlane 2016, if you want to count that.
He did get screwed in WrestleMania 31. Fair play. That you're allowed to be a bit upset there.
Yeah.
Right.
Not sure the triple threat with Dean Ambrose counts because Roman beat Dean, so he didn't actually pin Lesnar. SummerSlam.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. And then WrestleMania this year, the Greatest Royal Rumble, and now this.
And despite losing to Lashley, they both got an equal chance to become number one contender.
Yeah. Down.
Yeah, I know what that noise was. I'm sorry.
But, I mean, it's going to be interesting because, and again, I think I've said this I think everybody else has said this the last few years. Oh, if they're going to turn Roman bad, and they was like, turn around and go, no, we haven't got anyone else to replace him right now. He's still the number one good guy, technically. But if he was, this would be the perfect time. Either he'll screw Brock or he'll join with Triple H or whoever to turn evil and whatever and beat him just to prove it because he wants it that much. I have to beat you, Brock. I have to beat like nothing else. Just one.
Yeah.
Or my personal opinion is he'll be about to beat Brock. He'll be like, yay. And then Dean Ambrose will run in and cost the match for him somehow. And then Braun Strowman will cash in the Money in the Bank and beat Brock Lesnar.
This has got to be the one, hasn't it? Where it finally changes.
Yeah.
We've had 3 pissing years of this now. It's enough is enough. It's time for a change.
I think Tommy Dreamer beat Raven more times than this.
No, because he never did. Did he beat him once? Or did he just never beat him?
Yeah, on the Ravens last night.
Oh, good.
But it would be a tiny portion of me wants to see Brock win and then book Roman versus Brock again just to see what would happen.
Well,
because it becomes a joke.
On Raw, just straight after.
Well, any time.
Right.
NXT, anywhere. Just to see, because obviously people are sick up to the back piss now, aren't they? Sick up to the back piss. That
beautiful.
Sounds so, doesn't it?
The rest, Elias' album. Did not buy it, but lots of other people did.
It's 4 songs long.
Yeah.
That's not an album.
Pretty bad.
Huh.
Everyone else seems to love it. That's music for you.
Do you think it's just because it's Elias though that everyone's like, hey?
Yeah. There is one good bit in it though. It's like he gets halfway through this song, which is like 6 minutes long, I think, maybe. And he stops and he goes, just goes silent for a little bit, and he just goes, you thought that song was over. Pulled a fake. He pulled a fakey in the midst of a song. So the song just stops. You think, oh, that's it. And he comes back on again and just goes, oh, you thought that was over, did you?
The song is over. It is now. 66. And then did not play on Raw, despite his best attempts.
Yeah, you would have thought he'd looked at the old scheduling for Raw, wouldn't you? The way he was going on.
And then I've got nothing else for Raw.
What else did happen on Raw?
The tag team division is dead because we're getting B Team versus Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy every week now.
A couple of matches were made for SummerSlam, I guess. So Ziggler and Rollins have another one.
Oh, yeah.
And Kevin Owens gets a match for the briefcase against Braun Strowman. But I think he's going to lose.
Yeah, I think he'll win, me.
I hope he does. That'll be class.
All I want is Brock Lesnar to not have the title. So
Right.
Owens, sure.
Oh, I'd love
Braun, sure.
Yeah.
Nicholas, the tag partner from WrestleMania, sure.
Yeah.
The straight edge bear,
Mansoor.
drug-free bear. What is? I
Mansoor,
think I know the name of it by now.
Duke the Dumpster Drozy.
Or the combination of D'Lo Brown and Droz, who are making a photo appearance
What?
at a convention.
No.
What?
And it said Droz and D'Lo Brown for the first time together, photo op. And I was like,
Oh, no.
Why?
Yeah, why?
I guess so people
Who
can
would
go,
want-
is this actually effing happening? Are you effing kidding me?
That's like...
It's real, by the way. I'm not trying to do a horrible joke, of which you can make your own. And quite
Oh
very
my
friendly here at the
God.
Cultaholic. I mean, I love D'Lo Brown. Love him so much. You know.
What?
Let's talk about SmackDown. Hey!
can't believe
'Cause I can't think of anything to say about
Yeah,
that.
really. Yeah,
I don't
moving
wanna
on.
SmackDown.
SmackDown.
James Ellsworth got fired. What a
Oh,
shame.
God, it's even worse than D'Lo Brown Droz hanging together. I can't believe Ellsworth's gone.
I thought this was the best 10 minutes of WWE TV in a very long while, the way they had the Ellsworth thing happen and then Samoa Joe come down.
Great, wasn't
And
it?
going, time's up, whatever he said. I can't remember what he said. Something to
Such
do
a great moment.
Something to do with clocks.
I'm the boogeyman coming to get you. Yeah, there's an announcement that Samoa Joe is AJ Styles' challenger at SummerSlam.
Hopefully that match is
Summerfest.
class. And hopefully they get Christopher Daniels in as well to make it a triple threat, like Unbreakable 2005.
Well, he's old enough to be an NXT champion now, so put
Yes,
Daniels
he
in. Yeah, but very hyped for that. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe obviously had a great history together. I think the last match was 2015, I think.
They can plan that match 5 minutes before and it'll still be class. They've got enough chemistry, yeah.
Right. And Rusev lost to Almas.
Yes.
Against his son.
Sorry. Oh, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
What?
You know, I've seen them side by side. They could be brothers or
His son?
related.
They look a bit similar.
They look very similar.
Almas and Rusev.
Oh, Jesus, I thought like Rusev's son was on SmackDown, looked just like him.
It was,
I
yeah.
must-
His name is
in
Andrade
English.
Cien Almas. And his disappearing mask, which is my highlight of SmackDown. So he got on his knees and took the mask off and threw it up and never came back down.
Nice.
It's a good shot.
Yeah.
Like the ball in Wallace and Gromit.
Did whoever raise the briefcase that stopped Austin from grabbing it?
Big Boss Man.
Was it Boss Man?
Damn
Yeah,
it,
it was
it's
Boss Man.
not even a
Is
mystery.
that canon? Is that cave? Is that real?
Yeah, that's
It was on
Big-
the Raw after, wasn't it?
Oh, was
Big
it?
Boss Man did that, and the person who drove the Hummer was Carmen Electra.
What? What?
Yeah.
That was Rikishi. That wasn't a Hummer. Anyway.
Did it for The Rock.
Yes.
Randy Orton had a really good promo.
Pacitti said it was his best promo in about 10 years, maybe longer.
Yeah. I can't think last time I listened to Randy Orton and went, yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
Apart from he said, who's around now that was around back then?
Well, all right.
It was like
but-
50 names.
Yeah. But I think the best bit, it was really good, really passionate, going, you know, I know who the real legend killers are. The crowd, the fans. So take your cool, stolen hand signal. I was just like, sweet. All right. Okay. So, yeah, I'm actually excited to see Randy Orton.
Sweet.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Too sweezy, bro.
And then Miz threw a baby. Brian, which I thought was very well done. Oh, no. Before that.
The opening band of NXT Takeover New Orleans, Monroe Sky, actually, was people were tweeting me, reminding me that on the video for WrestleMania reactions that we did, Ross went, oh, it's Monroe Sky. And I went, is that the opening band for NXT? So I just absentmindedly thought it was the name of a band.
That is a good joke,
Monroe Sky.
actually.
No, it
Well
wasn't a
done.
joke. I genuinely thought, I didn't know what
Oh,
it
you
was.
should have ran with it as a joke then.
I know.
I mean, just saying.
But it wasn't his real baby, it was a plastic
Yes.
doll. Yeah.
And very surprised, ironic to have Miz throwing somebody at someone and then catching it, which is what Miz is not known for.
What?
He doesn't catch people on dives.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you've got it
Is
there.
that,
that one
a
better,
thing
I
he's
guess.
known for?
That's a little thing.
Oh.
There was that match I had with R-Truth. R-Truth did the dive the outside, and Miz is like,
To be fair, I would move about.
And Drew went splat and he couldn't finish the match. And it's like, oh, bless him.
It doesn't look so much like cowardice. It just looks like he doesn't really get in the right. He doesn't, to be honest, I don't think he does it anymore. I think he's probably all right now.
I think people know not to dive on him. They're like, oh, no, axe handle smash. What else happened to SmackDown? I'm sure there's someone else.
Becky Lynch.
Yep, Becky Lynch beat Carmella.
Yep. No, she's going to hopefully beat her again at SummerSlam, but I don't know if she will. I don't know if Els was actually being fired or if he's just waiting.
Yeah. And someone pointed out...
Matt Riddle's going to come in and batter her just to stop her from winning. I don't know what his debut's going to be. I don't know.
I hope he brings Stokely Hathaway with him, whatever he does. It's like, so there's only one thing you need. One, weed and Stokely Hathaway.
Is he is he one of the best managers around right now?
I'd say so, because I'm friends with him on Facebook, so
Are
I
you
have
friends
to.
with Stokely Hathaway? Lovely.
Yeah, I know when he was Chuck Taylor and Chikara, when he bought...
When he
bought the name Chuck Taylor,
yeah.
which I thought was a bit weird because, like, yeah, but after that's Chuck Taylor, TM.
And
I'm like, if you didn't know the gimmick, and then Stokely Hathaway comes out, who does not resemble Chuck Taylor, you're like, hey, hang on.
That was when Chuck Taylor had to come out using some of his fake names.
Yeah,
to come up with, like no gimmicks needed, Steve the Samurai.
Yeah, it's all like Steve the Pirate. You know, it's Chuck Taylor.
All sack Drew Gulak.
Oh, good times. And as someone pointed out, last year, SummerSlam 2017, Brock Lesnar was champion. Was champion. Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, Samoa Joe, the top 3 world title contenders. This year's SmackDown, SummerSlam. Why have I said that wrong twice? Jesus Christ.
SummerSlam.
Why are we always... I'm always doing these after work and all I'm thinking of is say this on the phone, say this on the phone. Brock Lesnar is the Universal Champion. Roman Reigns... You get the joke. All right, fine. I blew it, all right.
We almost had a 5-man match as well. That happened last year to go and face Lesnar. That almost happened, but was cancelled.
Yeah.
So there you go. It's exactly the same as last year.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It's very odd.
Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Well, I thought SmackDown was good this week.
Oh,
Yeah,
SmackDown.
I thought it was relentless, mate. I thought the pacing was ba-ba-bang.
Yeah.
Like a boxer.
Thank you.
Good.
And NXT was good.
NXT was good.
Because we're getting... Well, got a new champ. Got EC3 feuding with Velveteen Dream.
That's going to be class. That's going to be hilarious.
Got Cole feuding with Ricochet.
That's going to be class.
And we've got Bianca Belair existing.
That's class as well.
Yeah.
And Lacey Evans as well. I think she's good.
I'm not correcting myself.
Summerversary was
Ooh.
good. But Moose didn't win, and that's heartbreaking.
Right. I'm surprised Austin Aries still has the belt.
I think he's going. I think
title.
Moose is going to win it at Bound for Glory. It's going to be a massive moment. Everyone's going to be like, "Yeah, Moose."
And then Dewey will sign him.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Summerversary was... God, it was the best thing since the last TNA pay-per-view they did. They've been on a good day recently.
It was better than that, though.
Yeah, I'd put it...
It was one of the most disgusting pay-per-views of the year as well.
Very violent. You have lots of hardcore stuff.
See Pentagon just tapping a butt and...
Oh, no, see, it was ironic that... Okay, so, Sami Callihan, a few months ago, used to hit Eddie Edwards. It's like weird thing where he's got a chair and I still don't figure out how the spot was supposed to work. Misses the chair, hits him directly with the baseball bat in the eye. Uh-oh, that didn't mean to happen. Fast forward, this match, Pentagon Jr. gets a spike. He's got to dunk the spike into Sami Callihan's forehead. So he's supposed to hit this bit. Misses, goes right in his forehead, and then just does it. It's like he doesn't sell it, even though he's been hitting the effing head for real. But then he has to take again, go, oh, that hurt. I'm like, this one's killing us.
Not very hard, but it was just like a little bump, like just a little tap. It was great.
Yeah. So
that match was really violent. Main event was really good. The opening match was really good. The 4-way that was class.
Ishimori and his 8 abs.
Yes.
Each one bigger than the last.
But I think Phoenix was the best man in that match. Whoa, what a wrestler.
Smoother than peanut butter.
Peanut butter, yeah. Who's that?
Peanut butter?
I'm sure you said peanut butter. Did you not hear?
I was just thinking of cum dripping off of a gold tooth.
Right.
That's how smooth he could have been. I've not seen it yet.
That's
but
my
I will
line
see it
that I
soon.
saw from Jim Cornette.
Yeah, I heard Cornette say it the other day.
Isn't it great?
Yeah, I could listen and talk for hours, mate, just on anything.
Like peanut butter on a cum. Jesus Christ.
Let's have a rummage in our mailbags.
Mailbag.
It's time to rummage in our mailbag.
Unless these are... Oh, they are. Well done. Wait, I'll do the thing.
No, don't.
By the way, Puppet Jack has been in my bedroom for the last few weeks.
Oh,
and now
dear.
And now it's gone. I do not know where Puppet Jack is.
That's all right.
So I don't know who's taken Puppet Jack. I don't know if he's sprouted
It
legs
could be anybody
and
from
run
the
off
stories I've heard about
like
him.
the
Actually.
gingerbread man. All I hope is, because he's been in a room for a few weeks, he keeps his mouth shut. Anyway, moving swiftly on to the very serious portion of the Cultaholic experience. I was at Mark and Spencer's today.
Good start. No, it is Mark and Spencer, isn't it? Mark and Spencer.
Oh, so it was Marks and Spencer's.
Everyone
I
says
thought it was
Marks and Spencer.
Yeah,
but I think it is just Mark and Spencer, and everyone calls it Marks and Spencer.
Right.
Marks and Sparks.
Never thought
Come
about
on, Marks and
I
Spencer.
was at M&S's today, buying some Scalextric for my nan. What?
Okay.
And a posh rich man came along and slapped it out of my hand, telling me I was a disgusting peasant and that I loved it. I looked up and it was revealed to be Adam Pacitti.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, maybe he's being a diddler. But no, he was just really nasty. He took the Scalextrics and the packet of £10 t-shirts he had been sellotaped to his chest and run off into the night, humming to his name-redacted theme song. Perhaps he was trying to live his diddler past, but who knows? My question is, have you had any experience with workplace bullying from Mr. Pacitti? And if so, who can we contact to get help? Thanks, Callum.
This will be interesting to see if it makes the cut.
I'm really pleased because
You're really
last
happy.
week-
Guess who edits these, by the way?
You weren't here last week, but Pacitti included a question very similar to that one where someone said they met me in Tesco's and that I was a dick to them and then tried not to pay for the 10 Milky Bars that I was trying to buy.
Oh, I forgot about
I think there's a question about Milky Bars coming up later, if I remember
Oh,
correctly.
good, right. So,
I haven't seen last week's podcast, so there you
This
go.
is-
You
I
can
think
tell
this
that's
is
a
How
challenge.
dare you miss an
I
episode?
feel like this is a response to that story last week. But
as we say, I think it was 2 weeks ago when Pacitti was on, it's always about the blue tick in here. He rubs it in our faces.
Does he?
Yeah. Oh, you might have play along.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Yeah,
it, that
I
one
don't
then,
know.
yeah.
Have you been bullied by Pacitti recently?
No,
Did he make you go up to big tough men in London,
Yeah,
dress
he
as Scott
did.
Steiner, and say, "Oh, you,
No,
dafty"?
He used to, didn't he? He used to lock you in cupboards and stuff.
yeah, back in the last place he did, but everyone, for some reason, some people online seem to think it was real, and they used to tweet like, being like, "Oh, Pachitti's mugged you off there," and that, and I want to be like, well, we're just playing along for the camera, and it's just a job. We're
No,
not
it's
actually
a
haters.
documentary that watches. It's real life.
Yeah, I was
it's
actually
like Grizzly Man.
I was actually locked in a cupboard for 2 weeks. Oh, Grizzly Man's the most mental thing I've ever watched.
Yeah, I think the Pacitti's only really bullied me when he mauled me alive from my girlfriend as the camera killed him.
Grizzly Man's
No.
just
Ain't it great?
terrifying. Oh my god, have you seen it? Have you heard
No,
of it?
I don't know what Grizzly Man
Werner
is.
Herzog documentary about Timothy Treadwell. He's called.
That's the he's a bear diddler.
He's a man who
What?
every year he would go to, I think, Alaska or somewhere, like to a bear like enclosure, or like not an enclosure, it was just a place where bears lived.
Yeah.
And he would just camp there and live amongst the bears and talk to them and film them and stuff. And he's got some amazing footage of bears fighting and that. But he got one year predictably got killed by a bear.
What, one year when there was less food than usual,
The bears
you know,
got hungry.
the bears thought, all right, if we eat this guy, we might get something bad, but we're really hungry right
But
now.
there's
And
It's all about like
Anyway.
there's a lot of like talk that like a lot of people have theories that he was actually just like gay, or maybe there was an outcast in society.
because he kept on showing like clips of the videos and going like, people think I'm gay. It's like, but no way, he's hanging out with bears. You know, starts to do himself. Why do
then
people
everyone-
think I'm gay? And then
everyone
like,
thinks that
I'm not gay.
maybe he was driven to like becoming like an outcast amongst the bears and that because he felt like he couldn't fit in society or something. Like that.
Even the bears wouldn't have sex with him.
It's quite a sad story, but he's a strange dude. Like,
Oh, fascinating. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
every Netflix documentary. I'm watching The Staircase at the minute.
I've not
and
seen
that's
the second.
So I thought it's really slow compared to other ones, but it's actually filming it as the trial's happening. So I'm like, oh, whatever. And then it's just like, Jimmy, did your wife know about the, the what? You know, the bisexual relationships you had outside the marriage? Or what do you mean relationship? Sex with men. Oh, yeah, she knew all about that. Like, wait, what? Just keeps like, oh, that's great. Pachitti's never bullied me.
Cool. That sounded very much like a man who'd been bullied by Pacitti.
Tell you off camera. Diddlerino Diddlers.
Yeah.
I hope I said that right. Recently, I went to a small wrestling show. Okay, great. While someone was celebrating their win, I tried to get a photo of them. I had my tongue out doing a funny face, and when he passed me, I accidentally licked him. I didn't think he noticed until he was about to go to the back, and he pointed at me, then licked the floor.
Who's this?
So my question is, which wrestler would you like to lick? Would it be Finn Balor? Just those abs? Thank you, generic diddler. Number 464 from Diddler Country.
Country? Mate. What a
Having a
day.
good
We've
day,
all
Emma.
had a drink. We've all had a drink.
Oh yeah, it's a great look.
Who was? So they never revealed who the wrestler was.
Or the person, which is probably for the best.
Yeah.
So, it's somebody watches a show that wants to lick a wrestler, so limited the suspects down to about 500.
I'd go for like Big E or someone like that. It'd be nutritious to lick him.
Would it? All the protein.
Sweat all the protein off and meat and
I would
syrup.
lick.
And, plus, it would taste nice with the syrup.
Yeah, fair
if
enough.
he lathers on himself.
Well, the Usos had the pancakes going. This that tastes of butt sweat because they've been in Big E's singlet.
Byron Saxton, what did he say? It was a horrible quote. He said we just take it out of context. He was like, "Don't ask what it's made of." I can't remember what it was. It's in my video from this week. Go and find it there.
But it's like
great content here on the podcast.
He says it's like something on a gold tooth. I can't remember the rest. It moved on very quickly. And also the best line of SmackDown I've got to say was R-Truth coming out to a song, rapping as usual. And then he said, "Oh, Byron, have you memorized the lyrics?" Yeah. And he goes, "No, not yet. I'm still learning." He goes, "All right, don't worry. R-Truth doesn't know them either." People I'd like to lick. I would lick CM Punk's Pepsi tattoo to see if it tasted like Pepsi.
Yeah, that's good. I'd lick Vince McMahon so I could say I had. There you go. Might as well go big.
Yeah. Hey guys. Hey. A few weeks ago, a stag party came at the pub I worked at, dressed as wrestlers.
Hey,
to cut a long story short, lads, The Undertaker and Roddy Piper got kicked out for snorting naughty things in the toilet.
Wow! That escalated.
So it could be the actual Roddy Piper. If it wasn't. My question is, what's the weirdest thing you guys have seen in a public toilet? Oh, Jesus.
What?
Thanks, Tom. Smiley face.
What? Cheers, Tom. What?
I'll have to keep this, family friendly.
I mean, if you want to go a bit darker, deeper,
yes,
go for it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
We have a mature audience here. We'd have to.
We have an immature audience, Ross. You know this very well.
I don't know why I picked this question. To be fair,
I'll try the entertaining things are in a public toilet.
I've not seen anything in a public toilet because I don't think I've ever been in one for about 10 years.
What about in no, it used to be like in a bar or a pub.
Oh, I was thinking the proper standalone in the middle of the street public toilet.
Oh Christ, no, not them.
They're hard to find nowadays.
One in the
As
middle
I found
of
the
Newcastle.
other week when I was anyway.
There's one like a Victorian one getting changed into a wine bar in the centre of town.
Lovely. Where's the one in
Great.
Newcastle? Where is it?
It's I think it's near the big market.
Oh, wow.
It's like you go down underground.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
So you have to go into a wine bar for relieve yourself.
If you want.
Cool.
What
I
about
can't think.
apart from folks spewing?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be there, right? Public toilets. Oh, good. I'm glad you're being sick here, pal.
It's a
I
bit of a crap question, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I once was really drunk and in a nightclub toilet, and I remember this, but I can't remember what I said. But I said something to the lad next to me, and he just cuffed me around the back of the head. Just went, poof. And I looked to the other people in the toilet for sympathy, and everyone was like, "Get out!" And I was like, "What have I said?" And I still can't remember what I said to him.
Were you talking in a public toilet?
No, but
Because that was it.
right, no, it wasn't. I must have said something horrible to him, but I can't remember what it was.
Wow, look at that.
They call you the Big Show.
Yeah. Do you watch wrestling? It was a Peter Kay joke. Hey, you're shooting up. Well, this actually. Actually, there was a time. And last time I went to Germany, I went to the Burger King near the WXW Arena, and obviously in the cubicle, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing in the cubicle. Thank you very much. And the cubicle next to me was making such vicious noises. I'm like, wow. Like, I'm like, oh, okay. Either there's two people getting it on, or this guy is giving birth to a kidney stone right now. And I actually waited a few minutes just to see if it was, because I could literally not tell what it was. I'm like, Oof. And I waited. I was like, okay. I'm bone dry now, but I was like, all right. Yeah, okay. Heard the thing. I was just like, oh, da, da, da. And it was just one person came out.
Wow.
He was about yay high as well. So I imagine when he went in, he was 6 foot. But and that's all I've got.
That's all right. Good story.
So to continue the theme on the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast,
I'll read, boys. So I'm not
we're going to take a trip to Ladtown now, lads. Gonna be big old
that's
lads.
us. Yo.
Come on,
You mispronounced something else on this bleeding question.
I did this week's mailbag in a rush.
I'll read,
I had
boys.
other places to
You're really selling this, Ross. Don't even try anymore. All right, boys. So not going to lie, it is currently 10-2, and I've been on the sesh since...
Oi, oi, Savaloy!
Lad. Been on the sesh since finishing work. I'm typing this, lads. And I've got a couple of questions for yous. Oh, yeah, I like him already. Yous all, and now seems as good as time as ever. First, thoughts on sparking water. Not sparkling, sparking water. I like it, but people take the piss all the time because they think it's not very good.
I hate it.
I'm censoring this.
It's horrible.
Do you not like
Horrible, yeah.
not soda water or?
My mum had one of those machines at home when I was a band.
SodaStream.
SodaStream.
Oh,
I hate it. Don't like it.
No, I like it.
Nah, ugh,
Yeah, I like. It's not the first thing I gone for, but
it's gross.
no, that's like
not
the
a fan.
Unless
Unless it's flavoured like peach or something, then I'll have a little dabble
Yeah.
here and there. But
But
not-
then it's like Fanta, isn't it? or
Yeah.
something, So, personally, they're all twats who can't taste. Yeah, thoughts. Oh, so yeah, there we go. Sorry, I thought this was just one long, huge
oh no,
question.
it's
like,
two
this is- it
Bobby
gets
Dazzlers.
Gets longer. Second, while out tonight, I saw someone shout at a wall, screaming about how it was blocking his dreams.
Yeah.
He then started to kick/kiss the wall with aggressive dedication. So, question is, what's the worst thing you've ever done when drunk in public? In brackets, non-illegal.
Ooh.
Oh, hope things are well. I'm now a patron of You's Sunderland the crap, but you can't check from Garth.
Who's from Cardiff?
Garforth? I think he meant
I'm
Scotsforth.
probably mispronouncing this incorrectly, Garforth, but maybe he doesn't know where he lives.
Cheers to the question.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. I'm your favourite person in the world. Oh, well, first thing you've done in...
Mine's in Benidorm.
Oh, is he going to stay
I
there?
went
Or
for the second lads' holiday in Benidorm in
Alright.
2 years, right?
God.
Went back-to-back summers to Benidorm because there's nowhere else in the world to go. I got horribly drunk at this all-you-can-drink thing. It was you had an hour. It cost £5, and you just had to drink as much as you can. in
Bloody
this
hell.
bar, yeah. Got back to the hotel, passed out, woke up, puddle of spew on my pillow, went wild saying, who the F's done this to my pillow, apparently. Got the mattress, we're on the 12th floor of the hotel. Mattress was thrown off the hotel. Could have killed somebody. Luckily didn't. luckily, luckily there was no one down there. So yeah, that's the worst thing I've ever done when I was drunk. Could have been a murderer abroad.
Manslaughter, surely.
Manslaughter, yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, that's important. bit.
You down there!
What a shot.
This isn't deliberate. It's manslaughter.
Yeah. Bad times. Could have still been in jail. The Spanish jail now,
Uh-oh.
potentially.
Well, don't worry, if the McCanns can get out, you'll be all right. Go on.
You asking mine?
I'm Jimmy trying to think of something I could say. Yeah, something should be left private.
Oh, yeah, man, you've talked about crapping yourself on this
Oh, that's
podcast.
fine. That's fine for some of the other stuff. Jesus.
Tell the bit after, because I've heard the bit after.
The bit after.
When you went and retrieved the
Oh, God, I went down to retrieve the mattress. Somehow wasn't caught by security. Got put in the lift and then, sort of fell asleep on the mattress, stood up, so when the doors opened, boom. Apparently it's one of the most outstanding visuals of the year, 2010. Hey, dear. To be young again, eh?
I once threw an empty bottle, of Corona or whatever, at a cash point, and yeah.
We should have finished on you, Ross, in fairness.
That was mine.
So speak.
To scare off my ex-girlfriend who was following me around shouting at me for breaking up with her. But I didn't throw the bottle at her. She was behind me. It was to scare her off, like a cat or something. Yeah, it didn't work. She's a tougher woman than I am. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There was no one around. I didn't throw the bottle at anyone, hence the cash point. But it wasn't like a capitalist sort of statement. It wasn't like that. Anyway.
Oh, no, again, I'm not trying to be a dick. I genuinely can't think of anything that
It's all right.
would incriminate me. And
You don't have to name names, just make them up like Pichi did.
no, see, I was trying to think all the nice times out at festivals and conventions doing things I shouldn't have been doing. That will just make me sound like, the stud muffin. So I'm thinking of stuff I'm thinking of the stuff going further back, Bishop Auckland, and
There's got to be something from...
oh my god.
It's going to be too dark.
Maybe. No, you know what? I think the statute of limitations is alright on that one. Make something up. Jimmy Havoc made me film him do an intro one time when he was taking a poo.
That's good.
I'll go with
I
that
like
one.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Was he the guy going?
No, he's back.
Back
He's made it
again.
on the podcast.
Yep.
Jack's back.
James.
Feedback welcome on this week's mailbag. It's it went a bit too far the other way, I think, this week. If you want to ask a question, mailbag at cultaholic.com.
And the big question this week is, what
So
matches
big.
are you... Thank you.
Sorry?
Oh my God, yeah.
Shut up, Penny. What matches are you looking forward to seeing at Evolution?
So, like potential dream matches that we'd like to see,
Yes.
featuring women of the present or past, or
Well,
apparently
apparently,
future.
one mooted match is Mickie James versus... Fuck, I've forgotten.
Trish?
Yeah, it is. She called her out, didn't she? Or something.
Did she?
Someone called
told me.
someone. Yeah.
You want to start
You
that
guys
line
watch wrestling
again?
every day.
Somebody called somebody else out. And one of them was Trish Stratus.
Mickey versus Trish makes sense.
Yeah, I think it was those two.
If
the
it's
biggest
that one
rival.
that's been mooted, why? Because it'll be class. Everyone wants to see it, you know?
Well, they make a big deal of it, don't they? Saying Mickey's biggest rivalry in WWE was against Trish Stratus.
Yeah, it was.
But they never mentioned the old Kenny McIntosh.
The Kenny McIntosh.
The Kenny
It's known as the Kenny
Yeah, even back then she called it the Kenny McIntosh. You know what you meant.
Just for clarity on the situation, Kenny McIntosh did that with Mickie James, and then I took that and used it in videos.
Oh, was it
back
next
in
to
the-
her?
Yeah, he was interviewing her.
Oh, is that what it's from?
He was like,
I
you know what
never
Kenny
knew that.
does to get an interview off to a good start? He's like, oh, can we do that thing you did back in the day?
Have
And
you
they-
seen
then
this
they both-
video of Hulk Hogan on a wrecking ball with his arse suit?
Yeah, one of those. I think it was at the start of the interview. Yeah, he's good at that, is Kenny.
He's got a break in the eye.
Easing his way in.
Yeah.
So he did that. He did the old licking of the V with Mickie James.
Like his hand.
His hand.
He doesn't want Nick Aldis on
Sorry,
his case.
Nick Aldis.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Don't hurt Kenny.
NWA champion Nick Aldis.
£10 of gold.
But I
So I said,
You have to say it.
£10 of gold. Aha!
Oh, Nick Aldis. Knowing me, knowing you. £10.
I want to see my old mate Melina back. I don't know if they would get her back. And if she was back, I'd want her
After
to
that
wrestle.
bad rep, she...
And I'd want to see her wrestle. Is it too cliche? Zelina Vega reminds me of Melina in her attitude. I'd like to see that match. She's also a small bendy woman. So they could have a small bendy woman off. What?
I would like to see Izzy versus Sasha Banks inside of a steel cage with no key in sight.
Just leave them
Fight
there.
to the death.
And then everyone leaves.
On a more serious note, they're not going to do Charlotte versus Ronda there, are they? Even though they could do, since it's the first one, and get it off to a big
No,
old...
damn it.
That's a WrestleMania main event, isn't it?
No, literal dream match would be Rousey versus Shayna Baszler.
Oh,
Really?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yes.
That's interesting. I want to see Bianca Belair win something. Like if there is a battle royal, I'd like to see Bianca Belair.
Bianca
win.
Belair versus Charlotte.
Okay.
Is it too... That's too early.
Too early for Bianca.
Passing of the torch in it and all that bollocks.
Nikki
I'm sure
Cross.
for a while, like,
Nikki Cross versus someone, I don't know who, in a hardcore match or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're getting all the different
Yeah.
types out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Redo the spot which haunted my childhood. I think it was Ivory. Was it Molly Holly? I can't remember who it was, but one of them takes an iron to the other one's back, and you hear it go. Tss.
Oh.
What?
Hardcore match in WWF. One of them was definitely Ivory.
Who's an iron?
An iron, a turned on iron tss, on the back. Haunted me for years.
Bloody
That
hell.
did.
It's a bit much.
Yeah, I think it was on a SmackDown. I
Layer
think.
cake style things in there.
I got really haunted when Kai and Ty cut Val Venus's willy off. I just thought that was
No,
horrible.
they didn't know.
No, they didn't, yeah.
Because
They got
don't
saved,
worry,
yeah.
women. There was significant shrinkage. Then John Wayne Bobbitt
Yeah.
pull him to the ring.
The victim of that.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, John Wayne Bobbitt to make an appearance.
Imagine waking up and your willy being gone.
You want John Wayne Bobbitt
No.
to be on the pay-per-view? Just there. Yeah.
John Wayne Bobbitt versus O.J. Simpson. Grenades.
Bruce Pritchard
First
booking.
all-women's pay-per-view.
No, let's
Yeah.
let's go for one definitive answer each, and then
Okay.
we'll round this.
Oh,
bollocks
all right.
up.
That's a fair shout.
Bianca Belair versus Bull Nakano.
Okay.
Which we still
Bull
wrestled.
Nakano, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
that was he. Bull Nakano versus Lundra Blaze. That was the women's feud. That it's like, oh, okay.
She's been shrunk in the wash, hasn't she, Bull Nakano, these days, compared to what she used to be back in the day? Took her to a completely different person.
She does.
Yeah. Well, age will do that. I mean, look at me. Go on, Ross.
You were a stud muffin back in the day, were you?
Yeah.
I love
30
that
year
word
ago.
you brought that back. But my initial thought was Bianca Belair versus Charlotte, because that would be an athletic match, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't mean the foof in a dirty way.
No.
I know what your face is saying. It would be a really impressive physical match, wouldn't it?
Yes.
But I like the idea of Nikki Cross getting involved in some shenanigans, but I don't know who it'd be up against.
Yeah, I can't think of anyone.
Well, I like the idea of obviously going to get the Mae Young Classic competitors in as well to play the numbers, so they're going to see the likes of, I don't know, Katie Ray or who else?
Tegan Knox.
Tegan Knox.
Nixon, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Isla Dawn.
Isla.
I
Isla?
don't know the new
Bollocks.
names, I'm sorry.
Oh, what match do I want to see? I want to see Kairi Sane versus someone else proper good. I want it to be class. Kairi Sane versus Sasha Banks. There you go.
Oh. But she's already booked for the Izzy Cage match, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
right. Kairi Sane versus Asuka. There you go.
Hey, there you go. No, that's an obvious one.
That's a good match, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, okay. Right.
That's it.
Great.
Anything to plug, Ross?
Nope.
Right, that's nice. Jack?
Watch out if they've not gone up already for our interviews with the people of WOS Wrestling.
In fact, I have got something to plug. Wrestle Talk TV.
Oh, yeah, they've been calling us
Be
out.
laid down, you set of pussies.
Oh!
Oh, my God.
We're waiting to
Set of pussies.
We're waiting to hear back from them.
It's like, 'cause
Knackers.
they'll put a video up saying, click here to see what Ross said about us. And a silhouette. Which Cultaholic star is this? Like, who's that Pokemon?
Okay.
We've
Gone
done
too far.
Pachi did a fantastic thumbnail for the if you haven't seen it, we have challenged Wrestle Talk to a SummerSlam prediction of Team Cultaholic versus Team Them.
Yeah.
Which side are you on, Maffew? You've got an egg in both
Uh-oh.
chickens.
Yeah, that's right.
I've got an egg in both chickens.
Yes.
I'm going to dip in both Savoys. I will be the special guest referee.
Ah, piss.
Yes, I'm going to be, like Sweden, I'm going to be neutral.
So we called them out yesterday,
That was supposed to be a joke. It bombed horribly like every other line. Anything involves me not reading something, it's all right.
and we're waiting for the reply.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
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 I will be at the ICW Shug's Hoose Party this weekend. So, half the people there, the Celtic fans will love me because of Joey Barton, and the Rangers fans will hate me because, as far as they're concerned, Joey Barton was raised in Newcastle and has never played for any other club. So, I'm sorry about that.
If you want to check out our Patreon, you can. Patreon.com/Cultaholic. Mailbag at cultaholic.com for the mailbag. And thank you all very much.
Can you end the show with like a big, this is big pop a pump, and you hook up?
I don't want to do it, Matthew.
No.
I've got two days left of this, and I just don't
Just
want to
do it.
Well, go on.
You never dress up like him again.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Unless you lose again.
And they're just the same punishment.
I'll just say in Scott Tanner's voice, you've chosen wisely.
You've been watching the Cultaholic Podcast! Oh, it's so bad.
Keep it going.
Don't forget to join us! There you go. That'll do. Thanks, everyone.